Hello, my puffy taco fiends. The name is GSPA Pro, aka Phoebe, and I decided to take some inspiration from Nawnii, who took inspiration from Kelsey Animated, and talk about my phases in fandoms. Make sure to check out their videos, and I'm just gonna get right into it because I'm not sure what else to say. I never really left this one, but for a very, very long time I would binge watch the episodes on Netflix. I would watch My Little Pony speed paints just because they usually had Nightcore Melanie Martinez playing in the background. I would draw my own characters using MS Paint compatible bases, as you can see here, and I was one of those really fandom-based fans. I loved Flufflepuff. Loving and being Flufflepuff was basically my only personality trait in like 4th grade. I watched cringy fan-made videos and edits. I would accidentally come across really weird fan art on Pinterest that made me really uncomfortable. The whole shebang. I went to HasCon in 2017, and one of the official comic artists, Andy Price, told me not to take his job. So, go me. I have a few My Little Pony OCs that still appear on my videos, even though I'm not really as invested in the fandom. These are Appalescence, Silver Knight, and Moonsong. Actually, fun fact, my first ever OC was a My Little Pony OC. Now, right now is where I'd mention my Sonic phase, but in all honesty, I don't want to talk about that. So let's move on. Now that I think about it, I didn't really have a very long Steven Universe phase. I didn't like the art style when the first season came out, so I never really got into it. But as I watched my Little Pony speed paints, I started seeing Steven Universe and MLP crossover characters. Then I got into the music, made my own characters, drew fan art, and followed like 20 Steven Universe fan jam accounts on Tumblr. I still love the music and characters, but the fandom was really toxic and kinda scary to me. However, I did love the movie, even though I didn't watch like half the series. Once again, I have some OCs from the fandom that do appear in my videos, like Onyx, Lemon Quartz, Moonstone, Topaz, Emerald, Golden Barrel, and Cherry Opal. Now we get into the Edgier fandom. I was introduced to this fandom by my best friend Allie, or as you guys used to know her, Miss Darcy. Both of us were really into Matt Pat's theory videos, and neither of us really left the fandom. The fun fact is, when we were in like 5th grade, we planned on making our own FNAF-based series, Fifi's Playhouse. And it obviously never happened, but we made characters like Fifi, Candy, Jenny, Mackenzie, Sonia, Chic, Molly, Quinn, and Doris. I hope one day we can actually use those characters for something else, but for now they'll sit in the back of my head for a few more years. Another fun fact, when I first started drawing comics, because my mom gave me a little comic making book, my first comic was actually about my character Fifi meeting the rest of the FNAF crew. Heathers, Hamilton, and the Great Showman. You don't need to know much, since I'm pretty sure everybody knows how odd these fan bases are. I don't even think The Greatest Showman has a fan base. All I know is that at one point I tried to make an Undertale version of it. Don't ask me why, I have issues. Once Enter the Florpus was released, my friends, who already knew Invader Zim since they were kids, basically begged me to watch it. Since then, I've made them hate it. Due to the fact that I get easily attached to characters, I got sort of obsessed with the professor. I've watched the movie about 30 times, definitely not as many as Megamind, but a lot. I have also watched most of the show and planned on begging my parents for the comics. The art style is just so edgy, the characters are insane, and some of the plots of the episodes are just spooky and borderline not kid-friendly. Ones that immediately come to my mind are Dark Harvest, Future Dib, and Dib's Wonderful Life of Doom. One of the other characters that I love is Gur. Gur is honestly a fat mood. Sure, I sound like a ooh, quirky Tumblr girl, but seriously, this little guy's amazing. Again, I have an OC for this fandom named Vivian. She starred in my Pepito meme. Team Fortress 2. This one is definitely more recent, but I used to play the game before I stopped talking to my first ever guy friend. Sorry, bro. I got back into it more recently because of not only my friends, but Wattpad. Don't ask either way. I want to play it again, but my computer makes me want to punch a hole in the wall as if I'm a 17-year-old gamer boy who lives with his parents and only drinks Rockstar. Also, I really love the comics and animations, not only by the Valve crew themselves, but the fans. The fans are just as crazy as the characters themselves. But a lot of the more artsy and less gamer-like fans are really sweet. I also have a lesser-known OC named Agnes. Ah, yes, Undertale, one of the most toxic, uncomfortable, and horribly misunderstood fan bases. As far as I know, you either go through a Homestuck phase or an Undertale phase. I have met very few people who've gone through both. I went through and have been in my Undertale phase just about ever since it released. I know just about every single alternative universe, every theory, every Easter egg. I've cosplayed and obsessed over the characters for like 5 years, and I'll probably never leave. Actually, I think that my OCX canon ship, Alicia and Gaster, got me a lot of my subscribers. My ticking meme was my top video for about 2 years before I uploaded my How I Use Flipaclip video. Back to the actual fandom. Sure, I may seem like a Gaster fangirl, but no, I'm not overprotective of him like he's an actual person. He's a comfort character for me, and actually, when I write stories or draw things about him, I project myself onto him a lot. I've cosplayed Gaster about 11 times, Sans 3 times, and Papyrus once. I'm planning on doing either Alphys or Undyne next. This fanbase has gotten me into some bad situations like being cyberbullied just for mentioning it, but it has gotten me a lot of amazing friends. I don't plan on leaving this place even if it is a hellhole at some points. Well, for now, that should be the last of them. I know I probably missed a few smaller ones, but those are the big ones in my life right now. Quickly, I will give some honorable mentions. Fran Bow, Poppy the Performer, Animal Crossing, Bendy and the Ink Machine, Cuphead, and Miraculous Ladybug. I forgot how long this speed paint was, so, now you can just watch that. Have fun. You could also leave, because, I have a feeling none of you want to watch this, but, goodbye. well, that's the end of the video. I'll be going now since it's really hot in my closet. This was GSPA Pro, signing out. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.